Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome in if you're new. I'm Souls, and here we discover and play simulation genre based games just like Parcel Simulator. I've done pretty much everything in the game thus far. Last time I made a major mistake and I forgot to put a line to one of the machines, which made things a little bit more difficult. So I fixed that line, and today we get to test it and see if it actually works. If you would, please like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. It does help me out and helps the channel out. A big thank you to everybody who has done that already. You have already made a difference for me, so thank you. I just want to say that I have had a blast playing this game. I can't wait to pet the cat. I've played it since the demo, and the demo was a lot of fun, so I couldn't wait for the release of the game. And it did not disappoint. The line that I had to fix, I'll show you really quickly again in case you forgot or just didn't really check out the last video too much. This is the line right here. So this is the sticker checker machine. It checks if it has a sticker. If it has a denied sticker, it goes left. And if it has an approved sticker, it goes right. All the way over here to be sorted into these sorter machines. However, I forgot to hook up this line and it caused a huge backlog and a huge headache for me. I fixed it. Hopefully it works now and everything will be a little bit smoother. I have noticed that my lines get extremely convoluted, so I'm not quite sure that these are, the permanent fixes, but I think it's as good as it's going to get. Let's start our day and see what kind of mayhem this entire situation is going to cost me. This line is definitely a problem still. Things seem to get backed up here a little bit. I think I can stretch these lines a little further to the right. I'm going to try that after the day today and see if that helps things move along a little bit better. I had a major logjam down here and I didn't even see it until way too late in the day. Boxes got stuck right here coming in from this line and then this overhead line, and I had to manually fix it. That's the first time I've seen that, and I've had this route working for quite a long time. It was interesting that somehow that got a little bugged, but I fixed it. It's going to cause a little bit of, backup and a loss for the day, but I don't know. It's just one of those things that kind of just got jammed up, and once I corrected the two packages, it was fine, but oh well. As our day is wrapping up here, the rest of the parcels are going to where they need to go to. I'm going to start working on extending that one line. So we're going to make some purchases via our tablet and hopefully give that line a little bit more space so it can move parcels through. Well, not really move them, but hold them for a longer time to allow everything to kind of move along more freely. All right, the dream here is to extend these lines further this way in hopes to give everybody more room. All right, I extended these two lines off of Bay 3 to go even longer. Hopefully that'll help the backup a little bit. It's not perfect, but hopefully it'll work. Now, I have one more thing that I want to do, and I want to put in a few more shelves at the end of the warehouse. These shelves are for specifically this air cargo. Typically what's happened in the past is after Friday, these get too full. I almost need more shelves for them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make that tiny fix right now and see if that works. All right, well, I think I've got 3 more storage racks for air now sorted down here. I made a little boo-boo. I was reusing some of my joiner conveyors, so they joined to this denied line, and some of my parcels went in, so I took a little bit of a hit, but you know what? Oh well, I wasn't paying attention. Completely my fault. In theory, these parcels will now come into the airline here and then be pushed back to these rails first. And then, of course, be stacked up and then use both of these shelving units. I think it should work. I had the room, barely. As I said, I had that blunder right here with the conjoined conveyors, but I fixed it. Took a hit, oh well, lesson learned. And then it snakes down into the actual bay to be sent out. So I think that should work. Tomorrow is an air day. So the real test for those shelving units will come over the weekend, then of course into the following week when air will not go out until Wednesday again. That's usually the problem point. Let's go to sleep. A decent day. I spent $15,000 on this build, probably spent a little bit more than I needed to. So I have a few extra pieces. Some of those pieces though came from the old shelving system setup. I'm excited to see if that works. It needed it terribly. I mean, I kind of did the same thing with the maritime, just in a little different way because there wasn't as much room. All right, let's test it, see if it works. So we have two tests, not only the air stuff, but these two lines here, which I extended all the way down to this bay, hopefully to give it more room, give it more time to be pushed through, that kind of thing. Basically, I'm trying to make as much money as I possibly can. That's the goal anyway. Whether that goal is realized or not, yet to be seen. And we will go ahead and open our air shelving areas so they can get pushed out. We'll start with down here with the double bay. I may have to add a couple more shelves down here, but that can be easily done, just depending on how much comes in through this section. Wow, even with all this extra space, it's still not enough. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Look at that. I have another problem. When this is full on this side, it doesn't want to move into here. Interesting. I'm gonna have to figure out something different then for this little section. Hasn't given me problems until now, so it seems like maybe it was a box size issue. The box was too large, so like other parcels couldn't pass through. And once it was a smaller box, everything was fine. Let's try that once. This one's larger. I'll see if that's the issue, if it's just the larger box is causing it not to move through. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what it is. So if the parcel is too large, none of these other parcels can come through, but if it's a smaller parcel, it moves just fine. It seems really silly that that's the reason that this is caught the way it is. Okay. I still should probably try to fix this so it flows a little bit better. I don't know how to do that though, because I'm never going to know exactly what parcel is going to be the last one. If it's going to be a large one like this, not allowing others to pass, or if it's going to be a smaller one like this parcel in front of it that does allow others to pass. And I do need that there. Now, if you look, I switched the boxes, so there's a smaller box, and the smaller box is allowing everybody else to pass through. I feel like that is definitely something I don't want to sit here and micromanage. I think this whole area right here is just going to have to be reworked. I'm going to have to completely figure out something different for it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching today's video on Parcel Simulator, where I thought we were nearing the end and I was completely wrong. We aren't. We're not even close. There's so much more I still have to rework and do in this game, but that's okay. You know what? Because I love this game and I think this game is very intriguing as far as like figuring things out and having this puzzle concept to it. My future goals are to rework this entire maritime area, and I also want to add a few more shelves down to the train. We're coming up on that weekend, so I want to make sure that I have some extra shelves put down there, and possibly even rework the dual air maritime dock at that end as well, giving it more room and more space. I manually pulled some of the maritime over to the single maritime door to give it more room for the short term, but I'm going to have to rework it, both of them, and see if I can make it a little more efficient. If you would, please like and subscribe on my YouTube. It does help me out, and I do appreciate the support from all of you guys. Until next time, please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.